I just hope kids like the one thing I see, and I'm glad people like choose a place. Like I always tell, like choose somewhere you're gonna. What's important to you, right? If playing's important to you, then make a decision off of that. But if there's more important stuff to you, but like that's why kids make so many. And if you don't play right away, stick it out a little bit. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
people, kids are so hard. You gotta be able to get coached some. And I think that those are just that we luckily have some really good coaches in this area that have that be able to connect with those kids. But on a higher scale, I just see so many kids just flipping, like going one place to another. But yeah, I mean the local coaches. I've been able to watch. I was watching a little bit of because I like Pratt over at Spalding too. I was watching a little KP Spalding game against John Carroll. That was
hmm
that was a good one. So. Um, it's good to see everybody. I think the next group now, the guys I played now, they're all getting into coaching. I think like Baltimore basketball in particular is up for a. I see another like golden age coming soon. We just gotta get some bigs, man. I don't see any bigs out there. Like I said, I'm lost. I feel like the guard play around here has been lethal. I just don't.
hmm
I don't know where it is, but like I said, when I was in high school, it was just it was just big men galore, and yeah, just I mean, but I still do see some good guards out there when I go out. I know, my cousins and still crazy enough, my family. I still have a couple cousins that play, so I got to see a couple um, of his games with my boys land, and there's just a lot of good guard talent out there. Public schools have gotten a lot better, man. That's I think that's the
yeah, yeah.
biggest difference. Like it's not that public schools weren't like really weren't good, but when I felt like when I was in there, like the private schools really picked all the best players, and if they weren't, they were trying to get you. Like you said, like Riverdale Baptist, all these people were trying to get you. Now I think a lot of these public schools have kind of established themselves. Like Poly's a powerhouse. I see.
Polly, yes, yes,
Um,
sir.
yeah, so it's interesting to see the transition. Just look at the resumes of the guys that played from '04 to '07, and you tell me a better 4 years of Baltimore basketball. I
Yeah, you'd
mean,
have to go back to the '80s or so.
I can't go back to the '80s when like I know teams are loaded, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, for sure. As far as our lifetime, you not. I tell these guys all the time, like you guys are cool, but the dogs that was in our age and I'm a year behind you, so I definitely had a first row seat to all of that competition. It was very rough out there, man.
oh my God, it's
To be
insane.
a player that was one of the top players in that, it says a lot about you as a player, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, yeah, it was good times, man.
All right, so before this, the last section, then this is just a little either or type of questions. Now,
Yeah.
would you say that it's harder to gain your feet as a coach, or was it harder to gain your feet as a college kid,
As a college
college
kid,
player, I should say?
I was really fortunate as a coach because remember I went to a coach to a conference where I just was a player of the year, and so when I walked on the floor, I had played against a lot of these dudes. These dudes had instant, especially at the D3 level. They even now when I coach, I'll be honest with you, like I we had our first practice and I met our team literally 15 minutes before the first practice. And literally the first hour of practice, it's me leading like the run and jump. So I don't,
Yeah, yeah.
but like when coach introduced, I'm like, y'all don't even know this kid's name, but like when they introduced me, like he just says my resume, and instantly the kids just like tack. And then I think like I've um, people are so you say that resume, and then it's easy to communicate. I think as a coach, I've always I think I see the game, and then I can communicate well. Because I think you need to communicate differently to different people. So I don't think people deliver the same message. So um, coaching, to be honest with you, was I felt like man, I just felt like a natural like take on it and easy, and it was simple for me. College was just tough because I had to earn. Not, I mean, I knew I came in with like expectations, but I had to earn everything. You know what I'm saying?
hmm Okay, that's what's up. So the next one, this is kind of one of the bigger ones. I think I already know what you're going to say, but are you one of the people that's saying that LeBron is the GOAT, or are you still Jordan is the GOAT,
Oh
or do
man.
you have a different GOAT?
So look, I respect everybody. I think so Jordan's my GOAT, but I think what LeBron is, I don't hate on anybody. I don't get why people hate on one player. I think we should just like enjoy. Like LeBron's his 18th a year, and what he's doing is amazing. Why do we have to compare him to Jordan? Why? Same thing with like Kobe. Why do we gotta just enjoy these guys? So I don't hate on anybody. Like I just like LeBron's an amazing player, but Jordan to me is my GOAT. Jordan will always be because he's a guy I grew up with. He's a guy I watched. Like he just wins 6 championships, all that. But that doesn't mean I have nothing but respect and idol. I'm like, wow, like what those guys are doing. I got nothing but love for anybody like that. I don't know how you do. I don't get that. Like I see. What's one thing on social media? I just don't understand why everybody like. There's so many people that just like. It's like if you're on one camp or the other, you have to hate on the other one. And I don't understand that. It's like I see it now with like these Lakers and if you're a Lakers fan, you gotta hate the Nets or you gotta hate the Clippers. It's just like what? Like you're not even from there. It's just,
Yeah, exactly.
It's one thing if it's like a Ravens and we're playing like the Steelers. It's like, bro, you just like it because a player's there. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. All right, man. So the closing remark, man. On my show, I close every guest off, man, and then I always say the slogan of my show is "The gift is free," but it's always about what you're going to do to separate yourself. If you could just give the audience something that they could use to separate themselves in their respective fields of work or whatever they're doing, just a piece of advice how to separate themselves, maybe how you separate yourself on a day-to-day or week-to-week to be better at something, just give them a little
confidence. So I think what people misunderstand is they think like people who are successful, and I'm not saying I'm successful, I'm just trying to make my way there, but that they all like have a plan, they all know how it's going to go. I think a lot of times like from what my readings, my listenings, and my people have, they in the moment they're terrified. They don't know what happens, but they're confident that they'll find a solution. They're confident in what they're doing, and that's what I try to do now in my life. Like I don't know the answer to everything, but I'm confident in my abilities, myself, and I think that's when you have confidence in whatever you do. Your goals are limitless. That's why, and I think you'll be able to go out there and do more and be able to, like, for instance, like your podcast, man. I love that you're doing a podcast and you're going after that. You're like, I enjoy this. I have a goal. Instead of being like all these fears of what if, this or that, what if, no, I'm going to go after and that. I just love that. And you got to have some confidence, and you are a confident guy. So that's my message. Just believe in yourself and be confident and just go after it.
Hey man, I appreciate that for one, and I'm definitely going to go after it because I do got confidence. I think I'm the best already. I'm gonna.
That's the mindset you gotta have, man. And you're just gonna get better, and people are gonna like. I love it. I love the thing, but that's because you can't. In anything, there's gonna be outside noise, and you just gotta tune that out and just believe in yourself. And yeah, you definitely got that. I love it, man. You got to keep that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. And I definitely agree, man. Confidence is definitely one of the main keys, and having the belief in yourself, even when nobody else does. You can't be the strongest man in the world. Everybody else knows. You got to know too. So
yeah,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, definitely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, man, as my dog lets off a long yawn because she's tired too. I just want to say thanks again, man. Definitely. I really, really appreciate it. And tell the wife and the family I'm sorry for holding you up for 2 hours hostage.
I fun. I appreciate this. This was a lot of fun.
It was an honor for me, for sure. I couldn't wait to do it. And when we went quarantine and all this Corona stuff is done, we can get the whole band together and have a good time.
Oh, definitely. That's April, St. Mary's reunion. We're already planning it. I'll do this. But yeah, man, like I said, thanks for having me on. I love this. Like I said, I love that you're doing this. You're going after this. Like you have a goal and you're dreaming. You're chasing after. That's all I want out of like my friends and my people. Just go for it. So Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, my friend.
Yes, sir, man. Till I see you next time. As always, I'm thankful, man, and I'll see you soon.
See you, brother.
All right, bro. My main man, Franz, and ladies and gentlemen, we had him on for quite a while, but I very, very am deeply appreciative of Franz for coming on tonight and kicking it for a while, talking about coming up in and around Baltimore City and kind of his journey into this culture of basketball in our community. Um, I appreciate everybody that's checking these podcasts out, and be sure to come back with us soon for more material. As always, remember the gift is free. It's all about what you're going to do. Separate yourself. Get out there this week and separate yourself. Use that confidence. Have that faith. Have that belief. Use that confidence. Have that belief. You can do it. Have a good night.